Hey there, amazing souls, and welcome to today's message. Today I have one for you guys that is in a bit of excitement because tomorrow is the very first one of hopefully a lot and many of the Free to Be Me with V sessions. I'm running these free Zoom calls. They're going to be running once a week. The first one happens in less than 24 hours from now. So if you haven't yet registered, I definitely invite you to do that now. And I will drop the link after I've recorded today's message in the comments for you, or you can look at any of the previous messages I've delivered for you guys this week. The link is in the comments there. Register and come and join me and an amazing group. So many of you have already registered. We're all across the globe. I'm really pumped and excited because what we're going to be doing in those sessions is amplifying the energy that we all need, that sometimes, you know, we just can't manifest ourselves. You know, sometimes we lose that spark and it's really difficult to regain it, you know, and trust ourselves and believe in ourselves and our dreams and, you know, connect into what really inspires us to move the needle forward in our lives. And so this community that we'll be coming together on Zoom with is a place where you are fully free to be who you actually are, and maybe discover who that is, and maybe be excited and ignited by the people around you who know the struggle, right? Know the struggle of being succumbed by fear, right? And to lose track and lose hope at times and fall off the wagon and, you know, really want something more in your life, but maybe not know quite what that is, or maybe you have an idea of what that is, but you're just lacking the confidence and the courage to take that next step, that next baby step on that path so that you can live a life of meaning and fulfillment. All right, and so that's what this community is going to be all about. So I'd love for you guys to come and join me. If you haven't heard me talk more about it, check out my previous videos this week. If you want to know a little bit more about what it is to be free to be me with V, then definitely check those out and register. It's free. And why not? Give it a go. You got nothing to lose, and it happens in less than 24 hours. All you have to do is show up, join in, and see what it's all about. And I'm going to be there to flow and do whatever I can to ignite that spark within you. Every week I want to show up and help you with that and support you to giving whatever your gifts are out into the world in whatever frame you're most inspired to. All right, it doesn't mean that you have to do some crazy extraordinary business idea or something. It's actually just whoever you are. Let's amplify that. Let's bring that out so that you can dedicate every single one of your heartbeats to what actually matters to you in your life and live a life of real meaning, real purpose, real fulfillment, and real depth of connection. All right, so I'd love to hear from you guys if you're going to come and join me in that. Again, happens less than 24 hours from now. So as you guys are tuning into today's message, I'd love for you to drop a comment. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from, and definitely contribute your wisdom, your thoughts, your experiences on what I'm going to share with you guys today. But today I felt called, excuse me, to actually share with you guys the podcast or the YouTube channel, really, that I watch religiously. And it's kind of my, you know, my go-to, instead of going to like Netflix and watching something mindless, which of course we need to do at times. I actually really love learning about people. Dead giveaway. When I see you showing up and as I do the work that I do, of course I love learning about people, right? But this channel, if you haven't heard of it, it's called Soft White Underbelly. And it's inspired me to share with you guys today the reason why I listen to this particular YouTube channel and why it can be valuable for you to maybe tune into as well. And it's directly connected with you being free to be all of who you are, with you being able to tap into who it is that you are and really share of that. So I'm going to explain why, and hopefully inspire you to get outside of your own comfort zone with how you think people are, how you think yourself to be, how you think the world is, and actually get into a new perspective on life, on people, on yourself, and all the rest of it, so that we can unlock these parts of us that stay stuck and small. So today's message is, can you confront your soft white underbelly? So let me give you a little bit of a background. So Soft White Underbelly is a YouTube channel that was started by, gosh, I've forgotten his last name now. Mark is his first name. You can check out his channel, just Soft White Underbelly. It's got millions of followers, right? You'll find it. But basically, he worked for Apple, and he was a marketer, and he did lots and lots of really amazing branding videos, and he found himself to be very successful, but he was making a lot of money for big corporations, big companies with all this kind of high-end luxury stuff, and he started to get like really depleted and just feel like his life didn't have really any meaning. Yes, he was making lots of money for these big corporations, but he felt as though there was something missing, he wasn't really connecting with reality, and the human struggle. And he brought his gifts to being a photographer, to just kind of going out there and just out of his own interest, really searching and interviewing people, or actually taking their photograph, it started as. Just really interesting people from, he's American, so he was going to the, LA and Skid Row where all the homeless people are, and, taking photos of prostitutes and drug addicts and, all these people that, us in society, and particularly, these high-end corporations that he was working for, making money for, just kind of, don't want to think about, right? Just throw to the sidelines. And as he took these photos, these amazing photos of really interesting people from all walks of life, people started loving his photography and asking him about the stories of each one of these people that he was photographing. And he realized, well, like, so many people want to know the story of the person that they're viewing in this way in these photos. And so he ended up deciding, I think I have to interview these people. And he started just interviewing them, and his YouTube channel just took off. All right. And so each one of his videos, if you haven't come across it already, if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you haven't already, go and check it out after I have this conversation with you guys today. And what you'll see is real, raw, deep conversations, very vulnerable conversations, and very deep, uncomfortable sharings from people who've been really traumatized in their lives, who've gone through hell and back, like beyond comprehension, from every walk of life. He interviews a lot of people who've ended up on Skid Row, that huge homeless sector in LA, and he interviews them about what's got them there. They might be addicted to drugs, so you might see them, quite high on drugs, or they might be a prostitute that he's just pulled off the street to, have an interview with, or it could be, a police officer, or an ex-mobster, or an ex-gangster, or a lawyer, or, divorce lawyer, or all walks of life. Doesn't have to be, these people who are really at the pits of, just the lowest end of struggling. He's also interviewing all sorts of other interesting people and hearing different perspectives, and they're having real conversations about reality as it is, and that's why it's called the soft white underbelly. Because what is the soft white underbelly? If you think about an animal, right? Like maybe you've encountered a dog, and you meet it for the first time, and it might roll onto its stomach, right? It's showing you its soft white underbelly. It's exposing itself, in a very vulnerable way. It can fear attack, but it's actually, in this place of, can I be safe with you? It's okay. I'm trying to be defenseless here. I'm trying to show my soft white underbelly so that you aren't threatened by me, right? Because when we share vulnerably about real stuff, about our own reality, that is actually what connects us, and it disengages all of the attack and the judgment. At times it's going to attract it too, right? Depending on who that is. But there's this level of courage in vulnerability and confronting that and sharing that and expressing that. And a lot of the times in these videos, you know, he's not necessarily like counseling them or helping them. Behind the scenes, he does a lot of support and help, but it's really not about that. It's not about trying to save people from their own vulnerabilities and their own traumas and confrontation of what they're struggling with. It's actually being able to sit with that. It's actually being able to hear that. It's actually being able to, instead of deny and run away from, actually be in the fullness of the pain of that. All right. And so my question for you today is can you simply sit with your own soft white underbelly? Can you sit with your own vulnerabilities? And can you share those vulnerabilities, even if it's just that one other person? All you need is one other person in your life who you feel you can be all of who you are with. And when you watch videos like this on this channel, this Soft White Underbelly channel, you get to see and witness being a human being confronting your vulnerabilities and seeing what impact that has on setting another person free when they're confronting the reality of their situation. They're not in this moment running out there like just trying to distract themselves, running to the next drug or the next fast money or whatever it is, but they're actually sitting with it. They're being held without judgment, right? Mark does an incredible way as an interviewer to hold non-judgment and really just ask poignant questions, right? And allow this person the space to share truly and authentically who it is that they are and what they're actually struggling with. All right. And when you get to witness other people in that place of vulnerability, it opens and unlocks that part within yourself that you've probably been, you know, as a human being, we all run away from it. We all deny it. We wonder what's going on. We're chasing all these external things to try and make ourselves feel better, but we don't realize we're not actually getting clear on what it is that's truly happening in our own self, in our own system. And so we get totally lost. And another reason to watch other people's stories is sometimes to just wake us up from how amplified we've made our own victim story and how stuck we are in just the smallest of things. And sometimes it's really helpful to see how far down the path a victim mindset can take you and go, you know what? This is a wake-up call and I ain't going there. All right, and so my invitation for you is to definitely go check out the Soft White Underbelly podcast or YouTube channel and just immerse yourself. Pick something that's interesting. And I'll tell you what, it's confronting. You know, I feel like I'm pretty seasoned. I've probably watched almost all of his videos at this stage. But when I first started watching some of his content, it was so heavy on my heart. Like, it was really heavy and it was really confronting. But what it does for you is it increases your own nervous system's capacity to deal with vulnerability, to deal with reality, to deal with heaviness and struggle. And when you can use other people's experiences to expand your own nervous system, it actually supports you to hold a deeper capacity for your own struggles, for your own vulnerabilities. All right, so it's such a good tool to practice, you know, by watching other people share their journey and building your own capacity in your own nervous system to handle the heaviness, to hold that space for another's journey, and to find yourself in their experiences, to no matter what degree that may be, and expand your own capacity to hold space for all the darkness and the heaviness in your own system. And that is a part of your ticket to be free to be all of who you are. Why do we want to be free to be all of who we are? Why would we even question that? Because when you feel free to be yourself, when you are not imposing upon yourself a set of rules about who it is that you need to be, or accepting the expectations and impositions from others, another part of you unlocks. And maybe you've never met this part, or maybe you've had moments of meeting this part, but there's this part within you that resides right in the center of your being. And it has all the answers that you've ever had a question for, right? It knows you better than you think you know yourself. And it's connected to something much grander and bigger than all our fears and our insecurities and our little separate identities. And in that space that is within the center of your being, holding all the answers to every question you've ever had, is this peace within you that is the gift that you have to give. Whether that's speaking it out, whether that's creating something, whether that's just the way in which you love, whatever it is, you have this unique gift. It's your unique code. It's right in there. It's always been in there. But we've got all this stuff covering it up, right? And we need to unlock it and unleash it. And that is a major reason why I decided that I'm running these free to be me sessions with V, and I cannot wait to see you there. It's going to be a group, because I've had a few questions. It's going to be a community. Anybody who signs up and registers for free, the first one's happening less than 24 hours from now. I'd love to see you there for our very first one and get a taste of what this is going to be. But it's going to be a group of us from globally. We're all across the world, and we're going to show up. I'm going to flow for you. I'm going to try my very, very bestest to hit that part in you that wakes up that confidence and that courage, to get to know who it is that you are and what it is that you want to give and what you want your heartbeats to be dedicated towards, and amplify you into action. Just the smallest of actions, just moving forward, just progressing, and just showing up in a community that you have access to, where there's nothing limiting you. There's no financial element that's, that you have to invest that limits you. I know so many people out there are struggling financially, and what we really need to do is just drop that away and show up in a space where you can tap into the source of who you are. And I'd love the gift of being able to support you in that environment. So show up with me and test it out tomorrow. But I definitely want to say a quick hello to who I've seen being able to join me today. As I said, I'm going to drop the comment for registering for the Free to Be Me with V community call, empowerment call in the comments as soon as I get off. But I want to say a quick hello to Ral and Kane and Daryl from the Great White North. Always good to see you, my friend. And Georgina is here as well. Good to see you, beautiful. Please do share this message with anybody that you feel may find some inspiration from it. Go check out the Soft White Underbelly on YouTube, and most definitely come and join us in the Free to Be Me with V community empowerment call happening on Zoom in less than 24 hours if you're listening to this live. If you're listening to the recording, it might be happening a bit sooner than that. So definitely click on the link I'll have in the comments and see where it is in your time zone and come and join us. I'd love to see you there. And as usual, my final reminder to each and every one of you is to go out there and live fully, right? Don't just fritter away your moments in meaningless things, right? Get clear on what living is for you. It's right here, it's right now, it's in this moment, right? Live fully. Definitely love deeply. Don't hold back. Don't, just kind of do this kind of trading. Oh, they're opening a little bit here, so I'll open a little bit here. Like, just love like it's your purpose and your mission in this world. I guarantee you life will become meaningful as a result. And finally, contribute your gifts meaningfully and purposefully. You've got to set yourself free to discover what those gifts are, and have the courage and the confidence to move them out into the world in whatever way is aligned for you. And I can't wait to actually help and support you on that journey. If you want to come with us on that journey for free in the Free to Be Me with V empowerment calls happening weekly, first one tomorrow. So much love. Thank you so much for showing up with me, and share this message, and I can't wait to see you guys very, very soon. Mwah.